Hello BookTube, hello everyone, it's Paul here, and today I thought I would talk to you a little bit about my Generations project again, because I am making a bit of progress with it. But for anyone that doesn't know what this project involves, I'm basically reading a series of biographies and gradually making my way back in time, kind of as far as I can go, starting at the present day, working back. So I've read 5 books in this project now, and I've gone as far back as 1728. That's as far back as I've gotten at the moment. And so I decided to start the project with this book, which is a biography of Jockey Stewart, the Formula 1, Scottish Formula 1 racing driver. So I've spoken about this book before, I know, and it's an excellent book, highly recommend it. But that's the first book in the project. I'm not going to discuss these books in any detail at the moment. I'm just going to give you a rundown of where I'm at with this project. The next book that I read was a biography of Winston Churchill, written by Ashley Jackson. So I'll show you a picture of the front cover of the book there, so you can see. It's quite a nice cover, quite a nice painting of Churchill. And a very interesting book, really fascinating book. Churchill's such a great biographical subject, you almost can't go wrong. It just has everything, the humour and everything, what a life, The next biography that I chose to read was on Queen Victoria. Now, this is a book of letters and journals that was compiled by Dolby, and it's called My Dearest, Dearest Albert. I'll show you the cover there. Great book, again, to my mind there's something really unique and special about a compilation of letters and journals about a subject. It's just something that fascinates me, and I would argue that you get a greater flavour of who that person was through their letters and journals, because of course it's so much more personal, and in many cases it's the closest you're going to get to kind of hearing from that person directly. It's almost like they're talking to you directly from the past, so it's a great way, I think, of getting an insight into a person. But that was a great book, it was so well structured. Quite a short book, I think it was under 200 pages, but really fascinating stuff. Now, the next biography that I read was on Beethoven. I'm a huge music fan, and so this appealed to me. I think Beethoven, I know his music, but I knew very little about the man, and again it was quite an interesting read, although as you can probably tell already this is not a very substantial book. It is mainly it's only 80 pages long, and there is a lot of pictures in here, paintings, portraits of people who were involved in his life, etc. And it's interesting, but I kind of wasn't very satisfied with this, and I've since become aware that there are published books of his letters available, and I'm going to seek one of those books out, because I think reading his letters would be incredibly interesting. So that's something that I'm going to try and dig into. Hopefully I'll get a book of his letters ordered in the next few days, fingers crossed. But yeah, great. It's still a great book, but I need to read more on his life. And the fifth book that I'll just briefly mention today, which is going to take us all the way back to 1728. So this is 5 generations back now, and this is a biography of Captain James Cook, written by Richard Hough, I think it is, and brilliant book. Everything you'd expect from a historical biography. Just really dense information, and of course a fascinating story, a fascinating insight into not just the man but life at the time, especially life at sea, obviously, you know, but fascinating, great, hugely interesting book. So those are the first 5 books in the project. Like I said, I'm going to read a bit more on Beethoven, because I think it deserves a bit of a deeper dig into his life. But yeah, that's kind of it for today. That's as far as I've gotten with my Generations project. I'm hoping that people out there might find it quite interesting. Maybe even if you're not all that interested in history, maybe, you know, it would still be quite interesting for you, I hope. But anyway, that's kind of it for today. I will try and go outside now. It's been kind of torrential rain here in Scotland today, but it's kind of gone off at the moment, so I'll go out while I've got the chance. So anyway, wherever you are, I hope you're doing well, hope things are good. As usual, leave a comment, feel free to get in touch, and thank you for watching, and hopefully I will speak to you next time or see you in the next video. Take care.